here back at the first vintage stock, and we're going to go until we have all the bulk cards from them that we don't already have. Wish us luck.
I think this is going to be the last time that we actually go and search for bulk, just because we have so much stuff. We were here for the same amount of time we took at the last three places, so we spent about 6 hours in this one location, and we found less cards than we did spending 2 hours at three different locations. So we just have too much of the common stuff. We need more higher rarity cards or just random older cards that are harder to access. Although I do like looking at bulk and going to stores that have bulk, I think the well at this location specifically has gone away. It's dried up.
Derek has recently bought some bulk off someone, and I just wanted to go over some of the more interesting cards. So we got the Guard Dragon Pitsy and Elma. We got the Masked Beast. We got Spellbound, which people are hyping up right now. We got the Utopia Double. Dragon Quest, the Arcanine Magician, the Red Eyes Black Metal Dragon, Sekka's Light for old formats. This is the Earth from the Structure deck. The Ocean Dragon Lords, also from the Structure deck. And then we got the Tamias Amulet Dragon, which is the green. Same thing with this Ancient Gear, and then this Ancient Gear is the purple. But he also just got a bunch of bulk, so this can get added to the collection. We got some Exorcister stuff in here, some Fright Fur, some Plant, just a bunch of random stuff.
We believe everything in the collection needs to be sleeved. It's not a collection if it's just random loose bulk or bulk in like shoe bins and stuff like that. So we believe that for our collection, we want everything sleeved. Not just the rares, not the hollows, everything. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm sleeving every single card. I've bought thousands and thousands of sleeves. Sleeving the cards does take a good chunk of time, but it also allows me to kind of half sort, which will make it easier for the full sort later.
Everything's now been sleeved. I still need to. They've been sleeved and sorted into monster spell traps with normal monsters and extra deck monsters. And now I need to see which ones are archetype monsters and put them with the archetype stuff, and which ones aren't archetype monsters and put them with the non-archetype binders. Monsters, not binders. Non-archetype cards. These have already been put into the spreadsheet because I've had them for a few days. Derek's got them from collections. These are the things that we just picked up, so they aren't in the spreadsheet yet. So I can't mix them just yet.
I like to break up the sorting into a few different phases after sleeving them. In the first phase, after being sleeved and going into Monster Spell Trap, now the cards are getting sorted into whether or not they are part of an archetype, because we keep those separated. We keep a lot of the non archetype stuff in three rings, while we keep the archetypes in an archetype binder.
So while I was sorting through all these cards that we got, something unexpected happened, and that's a coworker of mine found out that I was actually interested in Yu-Gi-Oh, and he said that he had some old stuff that he no longer wanted because he doesn't play or care about Yu-Gi-Oh anymore. So today he gave me these two. I haven't opened them yet. I don't know what's inside. He did say that they were mostly commons. So, and some of these are sleeved by the looks of it. Yeah. So, if there's anything worthwhile in these, I don't know. He did say that they were mainly commons. So I'm going to go ahead and sleeve these up, and I'll let y'all know if there's actually anything worth sharing in here.
This is the part where I have to put all of the non archetype stuff into a binder. This helps me get rid of like a lot of the table clutter. And it also goes ahead and puts things that are already ready in their respective binder. I do have different binders for spells, traps, like quick play spells, continuous spells, counter traps, continuous traps, equip spells. So I have a binder for each grouping of spells and traps, but also some of those take up more than one binder, so some of those are in two separate binders. For the spells and traps, they're sorted alphabetically, but for the monsters, they're sorted by level and attribute. I found it easier and I make less mistakes. When I sort them alphabetically, I put all the archetypes that start with an A in a pile and B's in a pile. So I'll put all the A's like Oromage, Artifact, Omorphage in one pile, and then I'll move over to the B's and so on. We have 73 different archetype binders, all with spreadsheets about them. And in those spreadsheets, it pretty much just lists what archetypes we have and what cards are in that archetype. This will hopefully allow us to only open up each binder once per big sort. Finally, the last part of sorting the collection is actually putting all of the things that we have more than three of into our overflow binders. The overflow binders are still sorted by archetype and alphabetically, so they're really easy to find. At some point, I need to find out what to do with all the overflow stuff. Just all the stuff that I don't want or need anymore. But before I can do that, I'd like to build a few decks from Yu-Gi-Oh's history. Since the last video, two more sets have came out, adding a total of 615 more cards we need to get. We managed to get 1,641 cards in this video for the collection. It brings the total number of cards in the collection to 25,695 cards, and we are currently sitting at 63.14%. We still need 14,997 cards, so please join us on our journey to get a playset of every card in Yu-Gi-Oh!